I was there.
Yeah.
And, no, but it's mostly ice. Terribly cold for boating ice. It's the most dramatic like landscape I've ever seen. I mean, it looks like it wants to kill you. And people in Iceland, they're all descendants of Vikings, and so they don't care if it does. You don't get warned about certain things, like like a one-lane bridge. You're doing 65 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, there's one lane, and I'm going head on with the tour bus. So you got to think on your mind, or Iceland's going to get you. And like some attractions, like there's a waterfall 2 kilometers through the tundra, and 2 clicks through the tundra can kill you, man. So it's cool. It's real wild, but they're doing cool things with their grid. So they're all renewable with geothermal energy, and
Really?
yeah, and they don't have none of their residences. In fact, I don't think any of their buildings use anything but geothermal renewable power. They do. I think they do windmills too.
Yeah. It's kind of like up in Germany as well. They do this, yeah, somewhere along those lines. It's pretty awesome. What'd you go up there to do?
Just see some sights and see the northern lights mostly.
Did you get to see them?
We did, yeah, just once, but they were bright enough that it was pretty amazing, man. It was like being a little kid, and seeing that you never thought was gonna exist, man. It's scary, dude. All right, like half the sky turned green, and half the sky is not supposed to be green in the middle.
Yeah.
It was like an alien invasion. So, I'm getting ready for that, just in case, because I didn't realize.
Hey, maybe we need to postpone the trip so we can take you to see Independence Day 2, and then we'll get you out here.
Up on my tactics.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Techniques. So no, it was cool, man. We saw some wildlife. We saw different kinds of birds, geese, ducks, stuff like that. Lots of horses, some reindeer, and then some seals in Glacier Bay, which is cool. They're like, yeah, some glaciers on a beach. And you get there, and the glacier is like 100 miles across, and as far as the eye can see, and you're just surrounded by like, I don't know, man, birds and glaciers and seals. It was crazy, man. So they definitely undersold it. So
yeah, that's pretty sick, man. I'm still waiting for SeaWorld to open so I can take my kid to SeaWorld. That little girl and seals and Shamu and dolphins, like, you can't pry her away from them. That's pretty cool, man. And then it's back to work, huh?
Yeah, just we're rearranging the farm operation, and that's always a pain. We're moving this week. Finally got a new place, so that should be
nice.
That should be awesome. We'll have a little more space. We're back up on the mountain. We'll have to give you a grid chance for when you're on your way through.
Absolutely.
But,
I'm already planning it. I'm trying to plan my next the rest of my year of where exactly I want to go visit. I've even thought, too, about just making a round trip, seeing how much just one shebang will be just to go up and around. So.
Well, are you guys following Leo Jenkins' trip from like where he started and where he's at now, and some of the pictures he posted?
I'm just pictures.
I hadn't seen anything about it.
What's he doing? Like him and a few others in the community are like living out of vans. I think he started in Alaska and traveled down, and now he's in Panama, just kind of living the dream.
Just roughing it.
Yeah.
Here, I'm looking to see what you're doing.
I'd like to take a trip, stop back at the farm, and then go down south, go see the boys in Georgia. Like, I want to go for the Beer and Bourbon Festival for Best Ranger competition. I think that's in April. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, the last time I was keeping tabs on Leo, he had just gotten the rest of his tattoo done.
Yeah.
He was somewhere down south, Costa Rica or something like that, getting it done.
Yeah. Paul, you were out in Panama recently, weren't you?
Yeah, I went for Christmas with my family. That's a crazy place, man. They got a rodeo and they chase these cows, like 1,200-pound cows, and their horse probably weighs 800 pounds, and the guy on it probably weighs $150. They grab the cow to full sprint by the tail, and then they shift to the other side like some Mongolian rider and flip the cow over, end over end. And that's how you win, I guess. You flip the cow. I couldn't. My Spanish isn't that good, but yeah, it was awesome, man.
That's a different rodeo, man.
Yeah, it's real. Like they break stuff, man. It's pretty intense.
I got the stock show coming here, February 9th to the 19th to the 29th.
Nice.
Probably head out there and see what's going on. But my kid loves animals, dude. Like any 3-year-old would. She doesn't like my Mastiff, but she likes other animals.
What's wrong? He drools too much?
Nah, she's just big. She doesn't drool that much at all, but she's got a big face, and it scares her. She looks intimidating, but she's not. She's a teddy bear. But it's like she doesn't like the Mastiff, but she'll go to the zoo and look at a lion and, like pet the cage or something. She doesn't care about anything else, but yeah, my Abby's like 158 pounds, man. She's humongous. Yeah, she's like my size in high school.
That's a wolf.
Like soaking wet.
Yeah.
What have you been up to down there in Texas? Got any range time recently?
Well, I've been doing for my family and some of my friends. Been doing some pistol rifle familiarization. They'd been asking me about it for a while. Number one, personally, that's my therapy. I got a couple of other people involved too. I'm back on the range shooting again. We did a lot of stuff for Roughneck Firearms. For SHOT Show, we did the promotion video. Me and my buddy Tyler put that together for Roughneck. But there's also a good chance to kind of kick off the cobwebs and get back in kind of a training sense. And after a couple weeks, since we last talked, I've had more and more people come forward and ask me, hey, can you teach me, familiarize me, teach me normal home defense stuff. So it's been pretty good because I get to get out there and shoot, and I like to instruct and I like to teach people. And it's really small right now, but it's been kind of one of those maybe 1 weekend a month things. I actually get out and get to do me, Yeah. The business is is right where it's supposed to be. We're working on a website for it. We're going commercial property, so we'll have a storefront in the front and shop in the back, and really that's what we've been kind of knuckling down on is getting some T-shirts and apparel out, getting some products we can put on the shelf, and getting all the equipment we need and licensing. Really the big thing has been licensing as far as getting out into commercial and sales in Texas. Big thing is Texas environmental equality. They want to, if you spray anything in the air, they want to know about it, and you have to get this license and this license and this license in order to validate this license. So it's been a go this way, go that way, but it's all worked out very, very well. And like I said, we should be fully operational here, end of February into March, and we'll be up and cooking.
And going through that process of licensing, like, were you able to get that through the veteran community, or how'd you see?
Yeah, I asked a lot of questions. I guess I have no shame when it comes to questions. I'll ask about anybody. But it was kind of a learning process too. And I talked to one of my friends who owns Friendly Car Care Center. I was working out of his shop for a while. He gave me the space to do it in, and I started talking to him about the licensing he needed when he first opened up his business. And he basically sat me down and went through everything with me, from environmental to commercial leasing, what the rates were, how much per square foot I would be paying. He basically gave me the rundown of what I needed to look for, and we come to anywhere between 2,000, 3,000 square feet is going to be very generous for us, and to give us the ability to have a storefront as well. So we could have our strategic partners and people that we support, their products in the front. And I didn't want it too small. I wanted it a little open, but everything's right. As soon as you walk in the door, you know exactly which wall to walk to. You know, but really, I wanted to give a lot of room in the back to just paint a mass load of rifles. You know. And not be bumping on equipment. So right around 2,500 to 3,000 square feet it seems to be a perfect number for me. And it's just getting a lot of people when you're painting firearms, you know, think of it as a body shop. When they spray a car down, they have to do it in an enclosed area with a vent that vents it through the roof. You know, well, coating rifles meets a different as far as what they meet as far as environmental equality. I meet de minimis, meaning that, you know, my air emissions aren't enough to worry about the ozone layer. How that ever came up, like, okay, got it. But yeah, think of it as a body shop. Most people who own restaurants or something like that, and a lot of commercial businesses have like a restaurant or some other kind of shop next to it. You really have to get with a realty agent because, number one, if someone owns one of those little mini malls or something, or the commercial building, how do they feel about guns? How do they feel about me painting them in a shop? You know, to them, it's how we insure it. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into it. You know, but it's going the direction it needs to go. We got a couple in mind that we're going to go look at. Renovation process, pretty much. You know, making it the way we want it to be made. But yeah, it's been a little hard looking for actual commercial property and someone that's comfortable in a building that knows we paint guns, knows we have guns. You know, being in Austin, some people kind of steer away from that. You know, I'm surrounded by liberals, but and hippies. But yeah, no one told me about it. Just ask the right questions. Now that I know, like, I'd love to just tell people who are actually starting businesses and stuff like that exactly what route I went. I think, yeah, that's about where I'm at.
Right now, like, I see all the T-shirt companies that are coming out and small businesses, and like I love, especially like with Run Ranger Run going on right now, how much revenue is being generated towards helping veterans out through apparel alone.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way for these, you know, interlinked businesses with guns and T-shirts and coffee to have.
I think if you can make a good, you know, even if it's simple like your logo or a crest on a shirt, really you have people that appeal to the eye and people that appeal to the cause. You know, they'll buy it because it has that logo and they believe in the project. You know. It's also a way of, if you want to really knuckle down on it, it's making a couple of T-shirts. If people really believe in that project, they'll buy your product, and it's a steady revenue. You know, everyone loves a $20, $25 T-shirt. You know, especially if it's another veteran that's making them and served in the unit, and you like it. I mean, I still shop on other people's sites and buy a cool Ranger shirt here, or, you know, 173rd shirt there. Whatever. To me, it's all about, you know, hey, that's cool. I like that. Hey, I want other people to do the same thing as well and be like, hey, that is cool, and I like what he does. Cool. I'll buy that shirt.
Yeah. Well, I think that's like key for, you know, these small businesses to understand that aspect of marketing where it's not marketing, where people can be a part of what you're selling. So it's not just like, hey, give me free money to support my business, but I'm giving you a shirt. That way we're all interlinked. And it's not like this free handout, and I see that a lot. And it kind of
I mean, you'd let me know when you get a Choke Point shirt. I'll sport that thing. Yeah, I'll blast it all over social media. Yeah, I just kind of, and that's where I really wanted to start with the business is just doing T-shirts, and that would generate revenue, but. Yeah, it's ultra competitive. Everyone has a new idea, and everyone's, you know, up to date on social media. What kind of appeals to your public? You just got to find your niche in there, and, you know, come up with a couple of cool ideas and see where it goes. You know, it's the same with business revenue as far as Cerakote and guns. You know, I watch when my market goes up and when my market goes down. Turns into a number thing, you know, and which one, hey, this shirt sold a little bit better than this one, and maybe I need to go back to the drawing board and this is how I can fix it, you know. So
I'm like trying to stay in the conversation, but still I'm looking at.
you're looking at Paul like hoeing dirt.
Gosh, and it's so awesome at the farm. Like, you have to get out there.
I love it, man. I got family in South Dakota, and they had a farm. It would be awesome to get back out on one. It's been, 2 decades.
Yeah,
Almost 3.
There, I open the door and try and find Paul and James. And I start getting attacked by these turkeys and all the ducks wobbling around. And I'm trying to record a video, and they're like quacking in the background. It's awesome. Like,
That's funny.
That was the most therapy I've ever had. Like, just being out, no Wi-Fi signal, 3 rangers on the farm, just.
Yeah.
Hey, look at
Yeah,
that.
that's man.
Yeah, check out this therapy, man. Look at these little calves.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All quiet, no phone reception, no Wi-Fi.
It's just amazing, man. It really is. And I've talked to a lot of people recently, and it's like sometimes I just have to do that, even with social media, just like turn off the noise.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah,
go,
I think it's.
go for a run.
I've done it before too. Is just I go off grid for 10 days, whatever. If you know me, you know where I'm at. If you don't, sucks for you.
Laughing at you. We live off the grid, man. Like,
Yeah. We have to ride
Yeah,
out here
exactly.
to
Yeah.
get service.
yeah, this is closer to civilization than where we're living. So
We're
Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
good, man.
Hey James, your video with the ducks jumping out, that had me on Instagram. That was awesome.
Heck, dude, that's fucking farm style. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Are
shit
those,
like
are
that,
those
man.
dairy cows?
No, these are all beef.
Okay.
You got that one with the horns. Yeah, it kind of threw us off, but I got her kind of cheap, and she's I don't know. She turned out to be a good mama. Her baby's that like gray smoke one. She dropped it right in the snowstorm and let me just like pick it up. I had to put it in my truck to like heat it up,
Yeah.
and she didn't try to kick my ass or anything. So she's a good cow to me now. Fuck, she's staying.
Do y'all actually do the butchering there, or do y'all process it at all there?
No, we're actually talking about that because her baby looks so good, like with this nice coat, and it's a steer.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about raising one for ourselves and getting it butchered. But what we do is we get them all together and we bring them to a market and sell them in groups.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if you had a place to process them too.
oh yeah. There's 2 places around here we can go to, and
Nice.
it's good. Man, it's all the cuts you want, you know.
Yeah, my family up in South Dakota did all dairy, so
Yeah, that's hard.
When I was younger, that's about all I knew about is sitting there putting the vacuums on all their teats and watching all the milk go through the hoses.
Fucking dairy's like twice a day, every day. If you
Yeah.
stop, your cat's
hard
gonna
work.
die.
It's hard,
man.
hard.
Now here we like wintertime, I guess, is the most like hands-on with the beef cattle. You know, we gotta make sure they're fed like every 2 days, and
Yeah.
you know we weren't supposed to be having calves this time of year, but it kind of worked out that way this year. Usually we do it in like spring and fall, so it's all nice, you know. And I don't know, if you set it up right, it's fucking easy, man, and it's nice. It's beautiful. You
They're
know,
pretty good size too.
pretty-
What other animals you got out there?
Out here is just cows, but we got horses, and we use the horses a lot with the cows because we can't run, you know. After being
Yeah.
cracked down by regiment, it's fucking
Yeah.
real.
My knees.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I used to have that.
Yeah, I used to have knees.
Yeah, I used to have knees. I used to have cartilage in those knees. Now it's just like freaking bone spurs and catalyst.
My knee sounds like Rice Krispie treats every time I'm
Yeah, in the morning.
Yep. Shit,
Yeah.
all really.
Y'all get to ride
Yeah.
the horses out there at all, or like take people out for rides and stuff?
Oh yeah, if we can. Right now we have 3 of them, but we're working on getting a few extras. Setting it up with this old mountain man that like loves the trails and everything, and we're gonna try to set it up when we get other guys, like, you know, other rangers in hard up situations. Like what Chance was saying, man. Fuck. Like I got run by a truck. I felt like shit. I was a weak little bitch after being a badass ranger and being back. Like, you know, I found the horses and it was like I got my ranger legs back. I could get back up in the mountains, like doing that shit that we like to do. You know, like stand on the mountain by yourself where no one else can get to and doing what you know, like that's what the horses did.
Mine was being just outdoors. Like I got so stir crazy at the very beginning when I got out, just wrapped up in the boob tube in the bottle, and it's like, dude, all I needed to do was get my ass outside.
Yep. Yeah.
Put everything down, my phone down, go for a run, go fish, go do something, but I had to be outside because generally a small percentage of the shit we did in battalion was inside.
Yeah.
Everything we did was outside.
And I tell a lot of buddies that back home because, you know, especially like in the country, everyone's like, you know, what's it like? You know, you think I can do it and all that. And, you know, sometimes I do relate it a lot to farming because, like, maybe that's why we're drawn to it, man. It's like you're outside all the time, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, as we come out here, we always laugh and say, yeah, we're checking cows, you know, meaning we're just like riding around looking at shit, you know, looking for animals, looking like there's a bunch of bald eagles that moved in on one of our farms, and it's cool as shit to watch them.
So how far away are y'all from Carson?
Carson.
Fort Carson.
Fort Carson.
Oh, Fort Carson. Shit.
Fort Carson's in Colorado, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, a quick plane ride to Charlottesville.
Yeah.
It's like $250 or something.
Yeah, there's a cheap connecting flight from Charlottesville to Denver, surprisingly enough. So, you know, not too far. We get to the airport.
Yeah. And then you just go to the airport, scoop a guy up, and fucking try to do some fucking patrol base rehab, you know?
Yeah, Ryan, they're in Virginia right now.
Oh, I thought they were in Colorado. I was remembering his hat. That's why I thought it was Colorado.
Yeah. No, he's just a Broncos fan in the wrong part of the country right now, I guess.
Yeah.
No, this is Virginia. Let's see, Central Virginia, right next to Shenandoah National Park. So that's where we're going with riding and stuff like that.
Let me see.
Yeah, but it's awesome out there. Like, I was talking to somebody recently, and I guess they didn't understand how big drinking is a problem in the veteran community, and they were asking me, like, what, you know, kind of pulled me out of my dump when I was in there, and I attribute it to going out on the farm, getting out, getting away, hanging out with other ranger buddies, and just that outside therapy.
Yeah, hey, you guys aren't that far from D.C. then.
No, like it's a 3-hour drive, or what was it? Fucking 2.5 to get to Baltimore Airport. So I can get to DC in like 2.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like this little hidden kind of niche, man. I mean, you got DC up there, then Charlottesville, Virginia, where UVA's at.
Yeah,
that's pretty populated. There's a lot of what's it called, GIS. It's a lot of intel work. So if guys can get TX and stuff like that, they can kind of retire out here.
Yeah, I know where you guys are at. I swear I thought they were in Colorado, but yeah, you guys aren't that far at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I haven't made it up to DC yet. That's why I was saying I'm sitting here wargaming like how I could get out there and come and visit you guys, and then probably hit up DC on the way out.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. I haven't been yet. I haven't been to Arlington. I haven't really gone anywhere except for Texas. But yeah, dude, that would be perfect. Get up there later on this summer, or maybe even earlier this summer, and then head out to DC and go see all the sights and shit.
Yeah, that'll be perfect. We'll actually be like cutting hay and stuff, so you can come out and see how all that's done.
Yeah.
You know, baling hay, moving and all. We'll just like get drunk and haul hay, man. It's fun.
Nice. Nice. My kind of party.
Yeah, exactly. Yo. No, we definitely, I don't know. Like with me, who I was in regiment, like my big identity was like being a strong guy, kicking ass, you know, wanting to smoke motherfuckers. And then I got hurt with a motorcycle wreck. So like I went through a couple of years, like 4 years in and out of a hospital bed or a couch. And, you know, I kind of felt like a bitch for a while, you know, and I just got farming and it just, I don't know, made me feel like a man again, I guess, something like that, you know. How a lot of guys talk about, start shooting again, stuff like that. And, like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I could take care of myself, you know. Like you see this dirt, I
Yeah.
can take dirt and make this out of it. You know, like as long as I
Yeah.
got dirt, man, I can make something to live off of. And to me, that was kind of important. And maybe some other guys, man. You like Paul. He went to Iceland and he saw like Icelandic farmers. He went to Panama and saw Panamanians down there running beef cattle. And he's like, dude, I feel like I can go anywhere in the world now. And I know like one of those trades that's like a pillar of society in a way. Like you can go anywhere in the world and use it, like a carpenter.
Yeah. But it also made people self-sustainable.
Yeah.
Before all the bullshit, before big cities and stuff like that, everyone had their own cattle, man. It's returning that purpose and responsibility. Like you have a responsibility to these cows, or you have nothing. So like.
Well, and raising a good product, you take pride.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Any hormone shit.
Stuff, man. But definitely, it's a gradual thing, man. Even through my neck surgeries, I was in and out of neck surgery, hand surgery. You just get to sink into your couch and you don't do shit. You feel sorry for yourself. You feel sorry for yourself, and it's like, okay, cool, I'll take another Percocet because my back hurts. But,
yeah, exactly. Like something.
And then it ruins the rest of your day because you don't want to do anything.
Yep. Yeah, or you only have like 2 hours of battery life to act like a normal human, and then you have to do like 3 days of recovery. You know?
Exactly.
People think you're being lazy because they don't understand how hurt you are, or fucking, people are going to their jobs and you're sitting there and, they don't have x-ray vision. They don't know how hurt you are. Like, shit, even now, like I got to take breaks. It's hard to farm. Sometimes I can't get out there and do shit, like having Paul around helps a lot, but
yeah,
you got to kind of deal with that. Like people just don't know, man. We got meat grinder down and we're still just trying to, do it like any other man would.
Yep. Yeah, I just started getting back in the gym, man. I hadn't even worked out in damn near a year, and it just kicking off all the cobwebs actually feels really good, especially for my back.
Yeah, I call it like rust off the hinges because it like hurts.
Rust off the hinges. I'll tell you one thing, man. I my first week in the gym, I'm like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. And, no, it hurt. Like your joints hurt.
You see that guy doing power cleans, set for set in the corner, and you're like, I used to be that dude, but I'm too old for that shit now.
I know. Well, that's another good thing about having like maybe like a little bit of land. Like you don't have to go all big time farm, but like say you had like 4 or 5 acres, like enough to have a horse. I think every veteran needs a horse, and just something to get out there, like fixing the fence, putting hay out, hauling some water buckets, like. Like for me, having the horses at first, it was a schedule. I had to feed them. I had to do something that kind of got me into like a routine that I cared about again. And like you're moving.
That's the big thing, is getting into a routine. Once you find that momentum, man, it'll take off from there.
Yeah, and like just having a reason to fucking get up and do something,
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you ran any of those hills? Have you ran any of those hills yet?
Where, around here?
Yeah.
No, man, my knee got crushed. I can't run. My running days are over. I'll run him.
I was going back to the knee thing. I was like, nah, I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah. No, I used to, man. I look at these trails up behind my house. Like one of them runs to this really beautiful overlook, and I used to run up it like on leave and stuff. It'd take me like 45 minutes, and I look at it now, I can walk maybe like 100 meters up it before I feel like I'm walking on nails, and I'm like, God,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not too big on the cardio thing these days.
No, it's hard, man. You're like a fool. Yeah.
Once you hit 30, you hit the wall.
Yeah. Shit, I'm 28. So I'm like, fuck.
Girls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, gents, I gotta get back to work, brother.
Sounds good. Yeah, I got to run as well.
But hey, you just keep me posted on what dates you guys wanted to come down to Austin, man. Like I said, it's gonna be about as chill as you can get. I was thinking freaking maybe Port Aransas at the very end of your week, but I was gonna chill out, maybe go to the range, do some fishing, show you what Texas is all about, take you down to 6th Street, let you see the Congress building, all the cool sights and stuff, and ended on spring break and just have a good time.
Sounds good. I'm quitting tomorrow, so done with the contract life for a while.
There you go. There you go. Take a
that
chill
ground.
pill, man. Take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can before you have to move, man.
Yep.
yeah.
Definitely.
So, well, hey, y'all keep me posted on the timeline. Like I said, mi casa is su casa. You let me know what you want to do. For Port Aransas, I got plenty of camping gear. We can camp out on the beach if you want.
Yeah.
We're all good. Like I said, I'll rough it too. I don't give a shit. So we've been without. I think we can go without.
Nah, dude, like it's all cush now. We got sleep pads. We
Yep.
got some sleeping bags. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck, I
Yeah,
got
I had a lady. I was at Best of the West, and I was kind of leaned up against the HESCO wall, and they're like, are you comfortable there? I was like, sweetheart, I could knock out an 8 hours worth of sleep on this ground. Done it before. I'll do it again.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, but all right, man. I'll let you guys go, man.
All right.
All right.
You
All
guys
right, race through the way, brothers.
All right,
Talk to you
Rangers of the
soon,
Way.
brother.